on this particular part, we're holding tolerances that are fractions of a thousandths, so that it's using pneumatic tools to do the measuring. Because of the accuracy, we're measuring to 4 decimal places. And again, these tools are dedicated, to this job. Calibrating the unit to ensure that it's reading accurately. Checking for go, no go. Their depth gauges. And what's your frequency of checking? Every 4 pieces, every 8 pieces?
I got to check 2 pallets an hour.
Okay. This is the end result. This goes to a tiller, and the part that he's actually making is this casting right in here that holds the tines in the reduction unit that actually drives the tiller. Important measuring machine where we can check for the repeatability of the drilled holes off the other unit that is checking for right now. Show up on a screen, give us a printout if we want. Check for diameter. And at the same time, the relationship of one to the other. The finished part, there are 8 machining operations on this particular part, and it's ready now to be shipped to the company for assembly. What you saw in our melt department was our concern as far as metal cleanliness is concerned. One of the reasons that we go through those measures where you saw us actually putting a fiberglass screen into the mold to assure that the metal had to be filtered that passed through that screen was because of our machining operation. When we bring this part into the machine shop, we were opening up a lot of surface area, and if we didn't have clean metal, we would see inclusions as far as the surface of the metal is concerned. So that the fact that we do what we do in the melting end and the pouring end of it assures us that we have a clean finish on the product when it comes through our machining operation. That particular part is machining about 100 pieces an hour. Another machining operation where we're making a coupling shape for the hose accessory line. All our chips are segregated by alloy. All our chips go back to a secondary smelter for remelting, and we repurchase those chips in ingot form.
Put it on the quality track.
Okay. Again, another shape where this is a double spindle lathe where it's doing 1/2 on one side and doing the other half on the other side. So that when his finish was the completed item, he's doing about 60 units an hour on that particular machine. The quality checks that he's checking for, he's checking for roundness. It has to fit over a go, no-go gauge. As far as the stool is concerned, the interior diameter is checked on a given frequency, and all those numbers are recorded on an SPC chart. What we're doing here is a secondary operation of the same part where we're drilling holes in the side. He's fitting the part over a post, pushing, and the holes are being drilled in both ends of the casting. Again, into a container for shipment. This is our pattern shop. Most of our patterns that we have made are made outside by a vendor, but we do some modifications and dimensional changes to some of the equipment. What it's doing right now is doing a diameter change on each of the impressions. Of course, it's a CNC machine, so once it's set up for one unit and everything is indicated in, the repeatability from one impression to another is very, very close. In our foundry process, and the machines that you saw there that are producing the molds, we're holding 3 and 4 thousandths dimension on the X and Y axis. Some minor repairs that's being done to an existing pattern where the parting line is being refinished. In this particular case, where you saw the core setter on the automatic machines in the foundry where the cores are put in position, what we do is we take a pattern. There's a pattern under all this paint slurry that you see here. Then this will be filled with sand, and the sand will harden, and then we'll put a cover coat over that particular sand to give it a very, very hard finish. This other side that you don't see will look like this. And this is a core mask that you saw that the core is setting in, but when the cores are put in this, they're locked in very tight. They can't move. The core mask is bushed so that when it's put on the machine, it is extremely accurate and repeatable from one process or one cycle to the next.